Hi guys, well I'm back. My first video since a long time. I have to come on here today and make things clear. I have a list of things here that I want to talk about with you guys. The first one starting with Children's Lives Matter Most. That's the group I started on Facebook after the victims of religion. I couldn't quite understand how I was forced to wake up from a cult run by that has approximately 7 million members brainwashed in sync with each other. I knew that there had to be more to the story. So Jehovah's Witnesses are a cult that is owned and run by somebody who started that religion way back in the days, have gone back, and we've traced it all. And if you don't believe us, you need to do your own research. Basically, it is a cult that has 7 million people brainwashed at the same time believing the same thing. And you may think that that's a lot of people. But that doesn't compare to what the elite have done to the world. They have successfully brainwashed this entire planet through MK Ultra, through mind control. Everything that you know is a lie. I don't know how to say it any differently. Every war that has been fought on this land since the beginning of humanity has been funded by the same people on both sides, causing war and division and murder. The elite is part of the SRA, Satanic Ritual Abuse Cult, who have owned Hollywood and who have owned this whole world. These people are above the government. They are above the law. They own the government. They own the law. They own every business. They've monopolized this earth, this earth's plane. I would try not to make this video too long. I don't want to scare too many people away with what I'm saying. I've had a very rude awakening to the world. What broke me was my family shunning me and choosing a religion over love. Many people don't make it through that. And I started Victims of Religion to help victims of religion. Come to find out, every single one of us is a victim of religion in some sort of way. The elite have infiltrated our food, our mind, our souls. They've tormented our souls for centuries, harming children sexually. I'm going to try not to get too emotional. They've entrapped our souls for centuries, making us repeat the same karmic cycle over and over again. Every single one of us matters, and every single one of us are children. And secondly, I want to tell you, the Bible as you know it is not what you think it is. The Bible is a guide to your inner conscience. Christ's conscience is different than Jesus. Jesus and Christ are different. The elite kill people in threes, as you all well know. Every person you've ever known and loved who's died has been murdered in Hollywood. Every time they find out the truth and they try to expose them, they're dead. I want you to know that if anything ever happens to me, I've been a targeted individual my entire life. Whether you believe it's targeted in a way like they're watching me, or you believe that it's targeted as in evil is after us, people of pure light and love. We're attacked and blacklisted as the bad ones, the crazy ones, the psychotic ones. because we see the truth. Because even though they got to us, they couldn't get to us completely. So we are the glitch in the system, in the matrix. Every movie that you've seen, every show that you've watched is in some sort of way telling you the piece of the truth. You have to put the pieces together. The source does not want us to suffer anymore. The time we were living in is the Iron Ages. The Lionsgate portal is open from the 8th to the 12th. Today's the 10th. In my group alone, since yesterday, almost 2,000 people have woken up. It brings tears to my eyes and also pain in my heart, knowing the people won't wake up completely or in time. We need to unite once and for all. The people who are aware of what's going on need to raise Earth's vibration. We're dealing with some dark, negative stuff that is almost impossible to handle. And people want to ignore it because it's too much. Don't ignore something just because it bothers you, please. We must turn this darkness to light to save humanity and our children's future. It is a necessity. There is no other choice. This is going to be the end of suffering for all times. No more tears and sorrow. The former things have passed away. It's funny because when religious people quote the Bible, they want you to listen. But when you quote it back to them, they call you crazy. Because you're not translating it the way that they want you to translate it. Because you can see through the lies. These people have made you all believe so many lies. And it's so sad and heartbreaking. Because we have the gift of free will. Our brains are controlled and manipulated. And we have to find our way out. I'm not going to talk any more about that right now. I think that's enough for you guys for the moment. I want to talk about September 11th. And every one of you knows the impact that it had on our lives, our world. And people still doubt that it was an inside job. We, the people, know the sickness that has infiltrated our government. Trump is taking it back. And he had another attempt at his life today. And all of you need to pray that him and his family are going to be okay because we need him. He's the only president to work without a salary, to work for free, to be the president, and he's dealing with all of this hate. My heart goes out to him and his family. The night of September 11th, the eve of, I'm asking everybody to slay the streets like the president said. I opened the group 4 days before he went on stage and said that every child's lives matter should be painted in the streets. That was a sign for me, because I opened this group to turn dark to light on 9/11 and to spread awareness about the children and what's happening to them, because we are all children. I want to ask everybody to slay the streets with Children's Lives Matter. Now, that doesn't mean graffiti or rioting or anything like that. It means make a sign, make a shirt, use sidewalk chalk. There's chalk paint on the actual street. so that the world wakes up on 9/11 that they have hope for the future. And we can forever turn it, the world, unite, and turn dark to light for the children. We must raise the vibration to enter 5D Earth. 3D and 5D in the Bible is heaven and hell. Open your eyes and see the beauty that lies before us. The world is changing. The earthquakes, the bombs, the explosion, this is all cover up. The COVID. It's been a lie from the beginning. The president cannot say the truth. He has to protect the children. This isn't about Republican, Democrat, far left, liberalist, whatever. This is about our children. This is about being a patriot. This is about supporting our rights and our Constitution and the freedom to live and to love. And that's what's been missing because the darkness has ruled our world for centuries. And there will be no more dark. It is time to turn the dark to light. We are entering the golden ages, the ages of Aquarius. We must conquer and change the world. And the only way we can do that is by uniting. United we stand, divided we fall. The Black Lives Matter, it saddens me. Yes, the guy who started it, he's a wonderful guy. He meant it for good. Although the elite came along and took it. And it doesn't matter because all lives matter. We are all equal. I have every race in me practically. Because I am everything and you are everything and we are everything and we are nothing without each other and we are nothing. If you weren't here, I wouldn't be here. If you couldn't hear me, I couldn't hear you. There is no dark without light. I want you to be careful on what you eat and what you put into your bodies. You fill your bodies with stuff that's been infiltrated. There's been human remains and blood and found in almost everything that we eat. That calcifies your pineal gland, makes you have thoughts that aren't your own, makes you feel things that aren't your feelings. I can go on and on. The point is that you need to let go of things that doesn't serve you, so you will not get sick. Operation Underground Railroad is real. There has been dozens and dozens of children and reports being told. They cannot show us the children being rescued. These children are in a horrific, or didn't make it, states. You have no idea what lies beneath. It's so crazy because everything is connected. And if you just use your God-given ability to think for yourself, you can figure it out. Go with your gut and your intuition. It never lies to you. I have a knowing from source, and I've been led this path my entire life. Has led up to now as many as have you. And we are all here connecting and finding each other for a reason. The reason being that we need to raise consciousness. And some people want to talk crap, like when I get defensive or stand up for the truth or passionate. And once again, there is no dark without light. You have to know when enough is enough, and you have to know when to fight back, and you have to know when to walk away, and you have to know when to run. One main thing I want to talk about is how people are calling Q a cult. I was born and raised in a cult, and you cannot tell me that Q is a cult. There is a huge difference between a cult and a religion, and that is what happens to you when you leave. You are not allowed to leave a cult. They will shun you. will rip everything from you. The Q is just a bunch of people trying to change the world, and how dare you gaslight us and tell us that it's a cult. That's a good excuse for not looking into the truth. The truth will set you free. The day of 9/11, there will be love and music rallies all over the world to celebrate love, life, and light, and the rescuing of our children. The reason I say children's lives matter most, every single one of us are children. Those children underground and those children sex trafficked. And what breaks my heart the most is the 800 million children that go missing every year, never to be found. And the parents constantly hoping that they're going to come home. And they never do. And now they know where they are or where they went. And I can't imagine that torment. But just know that their souls don't ever have to go through this again. There will be no return of hell on earth. Everything that divides us, including Save the Children, hashtag. I had a bad feeling about it when I saw it because Facebook already deleted the hashtag. So then everyone wanted to blow up Facebook when they put it back on, say, use it, use it, use it. Well, don't you go with your intuition? If they deleted it once, they'll delete it again. I'm not saying don't use it, but I'm saying don't blindly follow. You don't have to follow me. You don't have to believe me. The truth will be known. It will come to light. It always does. All I know is I've never been wrong. Because I have a connection to the source, and I didn't know it my whole life until I finally did. And I cried tears of joy knowing that this suffering is going to end. Once and for all. There's so many wolf in sheep's clothing that the Bible warned about. And the Bible isn't what you think it is, but there's pieces of it that are true because it is written from the tablets, but there's so many other tablets that aren't included, so many words that have been changed. Religion changed it to manipulate and control you guys by the masses. I'm so sorry to tell you this. I am not telling you not to believe in God, because whether you want to call it God or the source, the difference between him and us is he can't take form. He, she. We're special, and that's why the evil entities try to attack us constantly, and we're targeted. The elite go after children with psychic abilities, and they breed them and they feed off of them. We try to take our abilities away, but they cannot win anymore. In the Bible, when Jesus said, I am God, is because we have the power of God within us, and we have to find it. We have to fight back